From the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
Breaking news right now, the high-stakes meeting between President Trump and Vladimir Putin is underway. What we expect to learn from today's one-on-one meeting.
The short-term rental debate picking back up today. The plan that Mayor Faulconer says will fix one of San Diego's biggest problems.
Happy Monday, July 16th, you guys. I'm Virginia Cha.
And I'm Brian Shalonsky in for Jason Martinez this morning. And guess what? I'm not the only guest here this morning.
Yes, Melissa Messiha dropping by to say hello.
And I'll be here all morning. I promise I won't leave just yet. Yeah, and the morning forecast here is cloudy start, especially along our coastal communities downtown at 6 o'clock this morning. Good morning if you're waking up on this Monday. 68 degrees, those winds coming out of the south at 6 miles per hour. So we are starting off again with some of that cloud cover, though not as widespread as what we saw over the weekend. Looks like if you're going to be traveling along the 15, a little bit clearer than the coast. Along our coastline, hour by hour here, we're going to warm it up to the mid to upper 70s by later on this afternoon. In our inland valleys, temperatures will climb to the upper 80s. Kalina?
Well, I'm tracking a couple problems out there this morning. First off on the 125 and then another one on the 8. So if you're going to be traveling on either one, I'll get to that in just a second. 78 right now heading westbound right at Nordal. You can see it is wide open. This is your ride in North County. So really quiet, which is not bad news if you live out in the North County area. Add to our 10 News Live traffic tracker so you can see what I'm talking about. Here's a 125 northbound right at Navajo Road. We have reports of a crash here, 3 cars involved. It's just the on-ramp that is blocked off. The rest of the roadways open here, so not too bad, but again, just wanted to give you a heads up out there. And then the 52 westbound, still just about a 9-minute ride, but we are seeing a slowdown there right on the right around the 125, I should say. And then a stalled car in the left lane, this time 8 westbound right at College. Brian?
Lena, thanks for the update. Now to breaking news. Right now, President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are meeting. Putin arrived in Helsinki, Finland this morning, where he and Trump are sitting down. They will hold a news conference then later this morning.
The relationship between the U.S. and Russia is arguably at its lowest point since the Cold War. Sanctions, diplomatic expulsions, and just Friday, 12 Russian intelligence agents indicted for alleged hacking and election interference.
Jared Aarons inside the 10 News Live Center for us. Jared, the two leaders spoke to the press right before their meeting.
Yeah, even President Trump admitting that things are pretty rough with Russia right now. He tweeted this morning, "Our relationship with Russia have never been worse, thanks to many years of U.S. foolishness and stupidity, and now what he's calling the rigged witch hunt." The two are inside this building. This is the presidential palace in Helsinki, Finland. Trump says everything is on the table, from the military to missiles, nuclear weapons, China. He didn't say, though, if he'll bring up election meddling, and dodged questions about it when asked this morning. But he told the press that he hopes this is the start of an improved relationship between the two countries.
Frankly, we have not been getting along very well for the last number of years. I've been here not too long, but it's getting close to 2 years. But I think we will end up having an extraordinary relationship. I hope so. I've been saying, and I'm sure you've heard over the years, and as I campaigned, that getting along with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing.
All right, that meeting is expected to wrap up sometime in the next hour. Then they will have another meeting over lunch with more members of the president's, Trump and Putin's team, and we will follow all of this in the Live Center. Jared Aarons, back to you.
Thank you, Jared. Happening today, we could learn how the city plans to regulate short-term rentals. The city council is set to vote on a proposal from the mayor.
10 News reporter Mimi Alcala live in Mission Bay, where the debate is really front and center. Mimi, how does the mayor's proposal plan to fix the problem?
Brian, Virginia, the mayor wants to up enforcement through these annual fees and allow owners to rent up to 2 properties at the same time everywhere but Mission Beach. Now, Airbnb is on board with that plan, but a lot of the homeowners here say that they are sick and tired of seeing these short-term rentals right next door, and they are not welcome in their neighborhoods.
They think they're getting families. It's not families. It's, you know, they'll have 21st birthday parties or other things going on.
Liz Garcia says the short-term rentals in her neighborhood are keeping her family up at night, which is why she's supporting a different plan by Councilwomen Barbara Bree and Lori Zapp. The two say their goal is a solution that prioritizes San Diegans living in their homes over wealthy investors. That plan would limit vacation rentals to the homes that the host actually lives in. At noon today, they'll pitch that idea against Mayor Faulconer's proposal, which would let the host rent out their home while they aren't there for up to a year, plus 1 extra home as well. well. Now, ahead of that special city council meeting, there will be a news conference with local home and business owners who say they rely on these short-term rentals as a critical source of income. That news conference starts at 10 o'clock this morning. We are live in Crown Point. Mimi Alcala, 10 News.
Thank you, Mimi. New from overnight, a car started to smoke after a naked woman crashed into the median in Linda Vista. It happened just about an hour ago on Linda Vista Road near Convoy. People who called 911 say the woman kept crashing into the center divider until her car that you see there eventually gave out. They say she got out and started running around without any clothes on, and she was screaming. Police are now investigating whether she might be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. 6:05, the federal government facing another deadline to reunite migrant children and parents separated at the border. Today, a federal judge here in San Diego will receive another update on just how that is going.
Yeah, the administration says that all eligible kids under the age of 5 are back with their parents. They now have until July 26th to reunite more than 2,000 kids ages 5 to 17 with their parents. Some of the reunions have already happened, like Yelani Padilla and her 6-year-old son. Nonprofits have been helping to make sure that everything goes smoothly.
It was the same thing. Every single family that we saw this week, they were just with each other, grabbing each other like they're never going to be separated again.
Government officials say a, quote, significant number of the kids remaining won't be able to be reunited with their parents. Here's why. In a court filing yesterday, they said they don't want to reunite a kid without confirmation of who the parent is. The judge has tried to shorten the vetting process, but government lawyers have been critical about this. More about this issue will likely be sorted out at the hearing this morning. There have been several protests in San Diego over the Trump administration's immigration policies. Another will be held outside of Camp Pendleton. That is tonight. It's at 5 o'clock, so be prepared. Might be a little extra traffic out there.
Firefighters will once again try to recover the body of a fellow firefighter killed while battling the Ferguson fire near Yosemite National Park. Heavy equipment operator Braden Varney died Saturday when his bulldozer rolled over as he built a fire break. Investigators say his body is on steep terrain and that it's been too dangerous for crews to get close. Meanwhile, the Ferguson fire has grown to more than 4,000 acres. More evacuations have been ordered, and it is only 2% contained.
Now, a 10 News Morning Original. New reporting first at 6.
All right, as the Humane Society starts its new role for animal control around the county, they have 181 ways to show how their hard work is paying off.
Jared Aarons in the 10 News Live Center. Jared, 181 little miracles, all from what could have been one major tragedy.
Hey guys, take a look at these puppies. I mean, come on, how cute are these dogs? It's hard to believe that just 18 months ago they looked like this. Remember this? These are the Poway puppies, the Yorkies, rescued last February from 3 separate hoarding spots where you can see they lived in filth. Now, though, they have all been adopted, and as you can see, they are happy and healthy.
This was the night she was brought in to the Humane Society. She was a mess.
This is Millie and her sister, Rosie.
Little Rosie is, she's special.
Debbie Parker adopted both of them from the Humane Society. 2 of 181 Yorkies saved from hoarders last year in the single biggest rescue in San Diego Humane Society history.
Both of these were in a room with 50 dogs, and they were all unhealthy in that room.
Some of the dogs faced major health problems. Lacey had a collapsed trachea. Dee Dee had both ear canals removed. Millie had mammary tumors. But the biggest challenge was getting them to trust people again.
Just a sneeze from Larry would send them shaking. Any noise at all frightened them.
Ready? Now they love to play. The owners get the dogs together for monthly yappy hours, and a Facebook page helps them all keep in touch and share advice.
It's just been amazing. We're actually a family. We've become a support system for each other.
For the dogs, it's a miraculous transformation, a second chance at life.
More than anything, I think what they needed was love and just the chance to move forward.
So the dog's owners were sentenced to 18 months in probation and are no longer allowed to own any other pets. And the Yorkies are now kind of the unofficial mascots for the Humane Society. They show up at fundraisers and walks and galas and wherever you need a little extra cuteness. In the Live Center, Jared Aarons, 10 News.
I think those are appropriate mascots. Can't turn away from that. Thank you, Jared. In just a few days, downtown streets, they'll be filled with people in colorful costumes just like this. Comic-Con, it's back. Travel in the area, that's transforming too. Beginning on Wednesday, Harbor Drive will be closed to car traffic between First Avenue and Park Boulevard. Dockless bikes and scooters won't be allowed inside the convention center. They can only be parked in 4 designated locations: the corner of Harbor Drive and First Avenue, the corner of Harbor Drive and Fifth Avenue near the roundabout at Embarcadero Marina Park North, and then near the stairs of the pedestrian bridge on the Petco Park side. You can find everything you need to know about Comic-Con, including which panels that you just do not want to miss, all that on 10news.com.
Comic-Con this week, Del Mar Racing starting this week. A lot of people want to know what the weather's going to be like.
Well, the weather along the coast, it will be nice. We'll be in the upper 70s. Keep in mind, we do have that chance of the increasing humidity over the next few days, and that's just something you do want to watch when you're planning for your costumes. Let's take you right now to Julian. Beautiful clouds there up in the mountains. Of course, the mountain areas. That is the one location we are watching for a chance of showers and thunderstorms over the next couple of days. If you are going to be heading out this morning, you get the luxury of taking a walk up in Balboa Park. 76 degrees by our lunch hour. Water temperatures still very comfortable if you're planning to take a dip in the ocean. Today's highs, 77 along the coast, upper 80s inland, the mountains, mid 80s, and the deserts at 108. Kalina?
All right, I'm tracking a couple problems out there this morning. If you're going to be traveling on the 805, the 5 freeway, or your ride into Coronado, very slow. But here in the Caltrans camera, you can see 78 right at Nordahl. It's looking pretty good in both directions, east and westbound here. 10 News Live Traffic Tracker takes us out to some other areas for you. Here's the 805 northbound, right around the 15. We're starting to slow down there as you head on into Mission Valley. Speeds down to about 42 miles per hour between the 94 and the 8. And then also on the 8 right now, right at College. This is westbound. We're getting reports of a stalled car in the left lane. So if you usually take that, you might see some slowing right in that area as well. Overall commute heading into Coronado right now, just about 10 minutes coming off the 5. Guys.
Thanks, Kalina. A man caught with gas cans in hand, accused of trying to torch his condo complex. How officers say they were tipped off just in time.
And a little girl rescued after getting stuck in a washing machine. Why her parents now wish that they had just read the instruction manual.
A California couple shocked when the oak tree in their yard exploded. What arborists say likely caused that phenomenon.